here, 3v3 faction war. This is Judgement of Carrion and Tyranids versus Eldar, game 3. First up for the Tyranids, we have Crazy Man 64335. I assume those numbers are important. He plays a Lictor Alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some great offense too, alongside his Floid's big stumpy Hive Tyrant, durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support begins with a basic synapse. And rounding off the Tyranid team is XPhial with another Lictor Alpha. For the Eldar, Commissar Yarrick continuing with his Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat. Lots of great buffs with some debuffs too. This is all through a DLC recolored. Asmondeus alongside is an Eldar Warlock, offensive melee commander with great mobility and awesome disruption, can also tank damage with the right war gear. And Adila rounds off the Eldar team as a Warp Spider Exarch teleporting commander that fights range combat, really good at capping and harassing early on with lots of great control abilities later, taking tons of fire here, but does very annoyingly decap that natural victory point of Crazy Man. 487, 497 early on with a double cap for the Eldar. Might get a triple. Hive Tyrant versus Warlock in mid, it seems. This is a very segregated map. You are in basically 3 miniature 1v1s with the flank players sometimes supporting mid when they can. Hive Tyrant chasing but taking a lot of damage from these Dire Avengers. Don't underestimate the damage these guys put out. Both commanders forced off, and now it's Hormagaunts and Termagants versus double Dire Avengers who take the garrison, or at least try to. There we go, 445, 497, losing 2 models before they can though. These guys also needed to back off. 440, 497. Dire Avengers forced to retreat, and Spore Mines might finish off this squad. Can they get another detonation? They should be able to. Boom! And down they go. 437, 494. Howling Banshees now on the field for Asmon, Yarrick, and in fact all 3 Eldar players with some Howling Banshees. Agile melee unit with power weapons. Double Termagants, one of these guys already with Toxin Sacks. These are Crazy Mans, and he has some Spawn Mines on the field as well. 437, 482. There is the Crippling Poison on those Howling Banshees. Look how much it snares your movement. Here come Dire Avengers trying to chase for a grenade, and there's the grenade attempt, but what happened there? They didn't throw it for some reason. Did they lose? I think they lost the model that was just about to throw it to the Spore Mines or something. Banshees forced off. Incidentally, 437, 467. Center is blue for the Tyranids. Here comes Asmon, has a Guardian weapon team now. And this is Yarrick to help out with double Dire Avengers. His Banshees also there. And the Lictor Alpha as XPhial is capitalizing fully by capping this natural victory point of red. So I think we're going to see a 2-1 for Tyranids. No, he backs off this cap, so he should be able to retake here. Yarrick, Ravener Brood on the way for Floid, the first one we've seen in this series. Tyranids incidentally are 2-0 up. Can they get the first 3-0 victory in a faction war series? We haven't seen one yet. 437, 442. Spawn Mines hanging back, just 3 models still. Energy shield up, bit of a standoff in mid. Grenades thrown top. Boy, it looks like XPhial wins this engagement. Here come Howling Banshees. It's a risky engagement for them, need to run away, and there is the retreat. Not before they're all knocked over though by this Warrior Brood, and they're gonna get wiped here, I think. One model survives and she's gonna get away, I think. Yes, 437, 442. The 1-to-1 cap. Can XPhial take this victory point before Yarrick gets back out? I think he can, if he gets around his own units. There we go, kicking off mid. Shuriken being a nuisance, no sign of the extended carapace for the Hive Tyrant, which would be the obvious choice versus that. That's why he's got Ravener Brood to disrupt them. Lost his Hormagaunts. Asmon keeping his army moving, pulling back those Dire Avengers, trying to reface his Shuriken. There we go, forces off the Raveners. They're not the toughest unit around. 300 hit points of regular infantry armor, and meanwhile the Warlock is harassing the hell out of these Termagants There's his passive leap. Needs to run away though. There we go. Brood nest is up incidentally. Hive Tyrant might be persuaded to run away. Nope, his shield is holding. 437, 425. And Asmon retains the central victory point with double shurikens here now. Look at this though. XPhial pushing Yarrick back to his base. And apparently the Lictor Alpha bugged out there. Not sure what happened. 437, 416. But he's gone down. That's what counts. The Lictor Alpha Crazy Man doing well on this west side has taken the contested western tower and put some generators on it as well, does XPhial. Has some Warrior Brood Crazy Man and another Warrior Brood out this time for Floid. Double shurikens for Asmon, a single shuriken for Adila and a single for Yarrick. Lots of shuriken play we've seen in these faction wars between the Tyranids and the Eldar. Just trying to keep the tide of Tyranids back. Lictor Alpha being sneaky. Looks like he's going to engage those Dire Avengers and might sneak all the way around to get that shuriken. Shuriken sets up right in the face of this stuff. There is the flesh hook, but doesn't get the cannon itself. The plasma grenade misses, and that is a very messy engagement. Hormagot's trying to get through, but they can't. Lictor Alpha might go down here. No, Banshee's in retreat now, and now the Shuriken's in trouble. Warrior Brood getting in amongst them with that power melee that they have. 420, 405. Kicking off mid, yes. Lots of Shurikens again. Ravener Brood, Burrow striking in. Big plasma grenade. Bunch of Termagants dying. Those guys in retreat. The Brood nest is down. Warlock chasing down Warrior Brood with Barb Strangler. I think that is a very risky choice versus a Warlock who can chase down Warrior Brood models with Barb Strangler so well with that leap and fleet as well. More spawn mines for Floid. 400, 405 is very even on the victory points. Lots of action all over. Looks like it has died down as everyone goes into tier 2. The Warlock is still being a nuisance. Can he get another model off of these warriors? No, doesn't try to. Ravener Brood sticking with melee so far. Start off with power melee. Can get a ranged weapon, but we might see Adrenal Gland Warriors with melee Synapse Raveners, which would be interesting. 384, 405. What is this? It's Banshees smacking on a node with some help, and this is Warp Spiders called in, I think. Yes, teleporting squad with good DPS versus infantry. 381, 405. Lictor Alpha being sneaky. Some nice Lictor Alpha play we've seen in this series. Here comes a tower. 381, 405. Grenade was not bad. Lictor Alpha getting way too overextended and goes down in retreat to those Howling Banshees, who are level 2 with Aspect of Strength. Do not have their Exarch yet though. Taking down that tower. Mid has turned blue for the Tyranids. Banshees running away. Very surprised that we haven't seen Rending Talons or Extended Carapace for this Hive Tyrant. Rending Talons will help you a lot versus the Banshees. Extended Carapace helping versus those double shurikens, but no sign of either. I assume he's trying to get a quick zone throw on the field, but Asmon was tier 2 before him, so that didn't really work out. 381, 380. Termagants reinforcing off of the Brood nest. Still being chased by the Warlock though, who has that merciless switchblade and has that amazing special attack. As you saw, they killed about 4 Termagants with it. That was crazy. 381, 369 gets another one. This Warlock going ballistic. Almost level 4. Crazy Man go for a Tyrant Guard. He has lost his Warrior Brood with double Termagants up. Floyd having a torrid time with Raveners and Termagants. Can the Eldar pull a game back here? Still early days. Dire Avengers in retreat. Hormagot's going to catch them and the Warrior Brood. What can they do though? Seem to delay the attack. Well, they'd get a couple of models. These Dire Avengers with their Exarch are a lot more durable, and they do get away. 381, 362. Yarrick with a Falcon on the field. Transport support vehicle for Eldar, allows you to transport and reinforce allied infantry with some decent firepower on this thing as well. It is more expensive than the other support vehicles. 90 power, or is it 95? One of those. The Farseer is going to die absolutely mobbed. He just appear out of nowhere seemingly, Tyranids sometimes, but Banshees can do that as well. 353, 362. A nice grenade maybe? No need. That stuff forced off by the Falcon and double Dire Avenger's firepower. Center is red for the Eldar, and they have taken the blue team's natural as well as a double cap for the Eldar. But can Adila deal with this Tyrant Guard? What is he going to do? Is he going to get a Bright Lance? Is he going to get some Fire Dragons? He needs something. I don't think Warp Spiders and Banshees will be enough if Crazy Man can support this thing. He needs some Synapse on the field though. 325, 362. Warps of Exarch trying to take down that tower single-handedly. Asmon pushing to power here, and all of the generators are gone. What is this? It's a warp throw into an autark drop. He's so good at that. Knockback and stun on those Gene Stealers. Floyd does not have melee Synapse for these guys. No improved Synapse either. These Gene Stealers in trouble trying to use Adrenal Rush. But they are reinforced by a Warrior Brood drop that was beautifully done by Floyd. Really nicely timed, and he might wipe these Banshees out. No, they will get away, I think. Autark is there, needs to be very careful. She's going to just fleet away. Has that awesome foot speed. 302, 362. So he's dropped in some Warrior Brood, can give them Adrenal Glands when he gets the requisition for it. Kicking off on the eastern edge. Falcon being chased down by those Warrior Brood with Adrenal Glands. He needs a bit more than that though to tackle this Falcon. Does have a zone throw, so he can snare it, which might be enough. Lictor Alpha being very sneaky, has those Silent Talons, which are a power melee weapon. I don't think that's a very good choice versus Eldar, personally, but he's gone for Adrenal Glands as well. 256, 362, it's a double cap. Warrior Brood backing off, these guys almost level 2, and Tyranids retaking the mid after Asmon was forced off. Adila being very annoying on this western side. That was a nasty grenade. Crazy Man trying to dodge it. Tyrant Guard very slow without the Synapse. He needs the Synapse here, but he's going tier 3 instead. Maybe he's going to go for a Swarm Lord or something. Looks like he's purchased something. His requisition just went down. Not sure what, and he might be forced off his victory point straight away here. Shuriken setting up can now move up. 233, 358. Yarrick needs to take his natural back. Asmon here helping out, and will cap it, or at least try to. He can take this victory, and I don't think he obviously doesn't know that it's clear here. Hive Tyrant is revived by Crazy Man, who's level 3 with Deadly Jump, and defeat the Tendrils. 233, 346. And it turns red again. A 2-ton cap for the Eldar. Spawn Mines though dropped on this Shuriken. There we go. And everything's going to retreat through them. Some friendly fire on the Raveners, but I don't mind. And he should be able to retake this victory point. Now Floyd needs to race back to the mid. Asmon, now realizing that it's clear, is taking back mid. 220, 344. Plasma grenades going in. A tower going up again. Haven't seen as many of them as you've seen in the other games. A harder map to use them on, I think. It's so one-dimensional with the lanes. A good map though, I think. Zone throw getting shots on the Falcon. One more of those, it might go down. Looks like I'll be okay though. 191, 344. There is a triple cap for the Eldar. XPhial with wavering confidence of their victory. 176, 344. He thinks they've lost. Have they? Crazy Man been under so much pressure here. Lost his Tyrant Guard, which is not surprising because he had no Synapse for it. Level 3 Lictor Alpha, level 2 Hive Tyrant. Really surprised that Floyd has not used the Extended Carapace or Rendon Talons. I would have got both of them. 145, 344. D cannon is up. He has Gene Stealers under melee Synapse, and as long as you have that, you're in with a chance. Banshee's there, warp throw into the autark drop, but couldn't quite hit it as well as he did last time. He still gets that stun and knockback though. Here comes Yarrick to support just in time with a Falcon. Needs to get it closer to these Banshees to help them out, but it doesn't really matter. Floyd is forced off anyway. Retreat path grenade, beautifully done, kills a Gene Stealer. And the Tyranids in trouble here. Tier 3 for Floid. For the Eldar already there. In fact, Yarrick has a Seer Council, the first we've seen of them in this series. And when we see them, they're in retreat. 142, 344. Blues power non-existent here. Just a node. Banshees chasing. And they are so good at chasing Termagants. Perhaps in mercy, letting them get away. 139, 344. Lictor Alpha jumping into Warp Spiders who disappeared there. Adila having a very, very strong game on this west side. Lictor Alpha runs away and gets away. Walks to Exarch, needs to be careful. Teleports himself into trouble there, but does get away, I think. 128, 344. There's the 2-1. Warp Spiders teleporting in, bringing that firepower and forcing off the double Termagants. Double Termagants scaling very well in the games that we've seen in this series, I think. 120, 344. Center is all red. East side, XPhial is trying to push, but he's just really struggled versus this Falcon, I think. Needed to get a Venom Brood up for that hard anti-vehicle. Tried to rely on zone throat pressure alongside warriors, but didn't quite pay off for him. Where are his warriors in a way? They are defending power. This is Asmon's Howling Banshees alongside that Autarch. That constant damage resistance that she gives you. Such a good pairing with Banshees, especially with that leap that she has that you just saw there. Take her down. Generators is 82, 344. It looks like the Eldar are going to save themselves from a 3-0 victory. Commissar Yarrick has always spotted this naughty tower that XPhial put up. He didn't do it on purpose though. He thought that was okay. He thought he'd be able to attack it from there, but he can't. 61, 344. Doesn't make much difference in the great scheme of things. Wow, Warlock going absolutely ballistic here, killing 2 Warrior Brood models was that. He has his Champion's Robe up, and the Warp Throw, and the Merciless Switchblade. He's level 5, has done awesomely well in this match. 61, 342. Brood Nest is there, chasing down that single Warrior Brood model. Look at the damage that Merciless Switchblade does with that energy drain as well. 61, 337. Why do warriors even have energy? They don't have any abilities to use. There's that passive leap as well. And another special attack. Here comes a Fire Prism. Autarch Banshees running in. And Floid forced off. Even with that Brood Nest there. That Warlock's so annoying. Falcon being chased. Autarch though helping out. Nicely done by Yarrick. Good use of the Autarch. And she flees. Can the Tyranids push up and take this victory point? They've taken a natural and Crazy Man, now putting some serious pressure on Adila. Tyrant formation used, has a Carnifex with Barb Strangler. Can it shoot the thing? Is it going to shoot? There we go. Warp Spider's using a teleport too quickly. They wanted to get into range for the Haywire, and there you see it. Here comes a Bright Lance as well. Center is all red. They have their natural, and there's the 2-to-1 cap. 56, 320. Yarrick has forgiven X his wayward tower. 50, 320. And Hormagaunts being annoying, tying up a Bright Lance, but here come Howling Banshees to scare them off. Level 4 Howling Banshees for Adila with their aspect of strength, gives the Executioner Spear to the Exarch. There she stands nonchalantly. Towers being taken down from the Tyrant formation. A Warp Spider scouting ahead with that teleport, going to see what's up. Spawn Mines defending the victory point. Eldar looking quite comfortable mid and east. They're just going to let this 2-to-1 tick down, I think. 32, 320. Did not want to have a 3-0 defeat. Doom of Malantite up for XPhial, who's retained his army quite well. Floid and Crazy Man having a lot more trouble preserving their units. And can we see the Seer Council do something, please? Here they go, leaping into combat. Autarch drop. That was Psychic Storm as well, and there is Paroxysm. That was a crazy combo. It's all kicking off at the end of the game. And a full retreat from the Eldar, I think. Yes. 12, 320 is a 2-to-1 cap. And the Tyranids are going to retake this victory point. Now, if they can swing into the mid, catch Asmon unawares, can they do something here? Looks like he is aware though. 4, 320. There's the 2-to-1 still. There's the 1-to-1. Fire Prism getting shots off. We're getting very close. Hive Tyrant in amongst level 2. Just with that walk field still. Warriors in retreat. Asmon doing a really good job focusing down those guys. Warlock still chasing them down. There's Paroxysm again. And there's Cataclysm. Won't knock those guys down because they were retreating. 3-3-1-7 is a 2-to-1 for the Tyranids. Surely it's all over though. They can't come back from this. And Adila's continuing to put pressure on here. The Carnifex not sure where to go. I think he's going mid. And Eldar are taking a natural back eventually. And this should be an Avatar of Cain on the way for Adila just to make sure. Carnifex with Barb Strangler. Sorry, with Venom Cannon for Floid, who calls the GG. And looks like the Tyranids are going to win this series 2-1. But it's about the points at the end of the season, getting 2 very important points. I think Tyranids, in my opinion, looking very strong in these faction wars. But the Eldar did get a game back there. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Big thanks to the players for taking part, and I will see you next time.